In this video, we'll give you all the travel tips for Sorrento, one of the coolest cities in Italy on the Amalfi Coast, one of the most beautiful places in the world. We will explain where to stay, the best location, the hotels, and the must-see excursions. Guys, there are some incredible excursions that you might not think you can do, but which are close to Sorrento, so there's lots of cool stuff to show you guys. Stay tuned, like the video here, as I always say, don't forget to give it the thumbs up because that's really important to us. Subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and that's it. Buckle up. Hey guys, for those who don't know me, I'm Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the Grupo Dicas, the largest travel content network in the world. And today we're going to talk about Sorrento, all the travel tips for you who are planning to visit Sorrento. This little town is part of the Amalfi Coast. It's the first town, it's considered the first because most of the people who go to the Amalfi Coast leave from Rome or Milan, which is at the top. Milan, Rome, and then Naples and Sorrento. So Sorrento is the first city. It's often chosen as a base for those who want to visit the whole of the Amalfi Coast. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out later. I made a video called Cheap and Practical Tour of the Amalfi Coast. It was last week and it explains exactly that, how to get to know the Amalfi Coast quickly and cheaply. And the golden tip is to stay in Sorrento because from there you can make the trip to all the other towns. But don't worry guys, because I will explain it in detail here, everything about Sorrento, everything you need to know to make the most of your trip to Sorrento. I'll explain here, so there's lots to do, so without further ado, let's go there. Starting with where to stay in Sorrento, which is the best location on the Amalfi Coast. It's one of the biggest cities, okay, maybe the biggest, but it's not big compared to the others. If you compare it to Naples, to Rome, it's a small city, so it's not that difficult for you to see the location. The tip we give is try to take it in the historic and tourist center, which is the center of Sorrento. That's where you will find all the sites, restaurants, stores, and it's close to Marina because it's there that you can take very nice, personal, good, cheap, fast boat trips to the Isle of Capri, to Positano, to Amalfi, to all those towns on the Amalfi Coast. So if you're near the port, you have the possibility of taking these incredible trips quickly, easily, with very good logistics. So that's the tip. If you look at the map, we've made a customized map. You can see that there's the area in the center, and the closer you can get to the sea, to the marina, the easier your life will be. But this location we've made is the best to make life easier for everyone. We made you this personalized map. I'll leave the link here in the description of the video and in the first fixed comment, the map. Just click on it and it will open this map that we created inside the hotel search engine, the biggest search engine in the world. I'm sure you know it too. That's where we've been booking for years. It's the best place, the cheapest, everything. But why do we use it so much? Because there is the free cancellation policy. It's a very good strategy for you to save money on your accommodation. How do hotels work all over the world, guys? It's cheaper in advance. The earlier you book a hotel, the cheaper it always is. And why? Because as the rooms are booked, the hotel chain's automatic system raises the price of the remaining rooms. So if you see a hotel today, in a month's time it will be more expensive. You can be sure of that. Do the stats so you can see, and this website is very good because as it is, I think it's the biggest in the world. It has a strong negotiation with the hotels. It's one of the only ones that has free cancellation, which means that you've entered, found a good price, book it now. Even if you're not sure if the cancellation is free, then you go there with one click, you cancel at no cost without any bureaucracy. Then you change the hotel, you can change the trip, whatever. At least you can guarantee a good price. The sooner you do it, the cheaper you pay. The good news is that Sorrento is one of the cheapest towns in Italy, which is why many people stay there instead of Positano, the most, in my opinion, beautiful town on the Amalfi Coast. It's worth staying there for 2 or 3 days, but it's much more expensive, more than double the price of Sorrento. So many people end up staying in better hotels in Sorrento, paying much less than the sometimes simpler hotels in these Amalfi Coast towns. There is a very good one we stayed in, guys. I'll leave, as always, the link down here in the description of the video for you to see. Everything is going to be down here. It's a very well located hotel, a 5-minute walk from the marina. It's cheap. There's a beautiful rooftop where you can have a coffee and relax. I thought it was very nice, organized, clean rooms with great value for money. Take a look, I'll leave the link and see how much it is on the date of your trip. We totally recommend that you stay there. How many days to stay in Sorrento? That depends on how much you want to get to know the city. To be honest, you can get to know most of the city in one day. The city is beautiful because it's already on the coast. It already has that Amalfi Coast landscape, and there are a few touristy things to do. I'm going to mention here some of the main things to do there, but there are only a few. What I think is worthwhile in seeing how many tours you want to do, then you can calculate the number of days you need to stay. So let's talk about the tours, the sites, the places you can't miss, what to do in Sorrento. There are some really nice walks in the city, such as Piazza Tasso. This is the city's main square, and it's a tribute to a Renaissance poet called Torquato Tasso. He is idolized there in the city. You will see that many things refers to Tasso's name. So this square is called Piazza de Tasso, and it's the heart of the city. So take a stroll, stay there. There's also the Baroque church called Santa Maria del Carmine. It's worth going inside because it's very Baroque, you know, built in the 16th century. So you will have a slightly different architecture from the rest of the city. There's the palace, Pallazo Correale, which was built in the 14th century, and it has a very Catalan Gothic facade, which is a little different from the others. This is the part, especially in Naples, that I made the video about before. If you haven't been, it's a city worth visiting. Naples, it's a mix of everything because there was a lot of war and there was colonization by Spanish people, Greek people, English people, everyone. So there's this mix, and Sorrento ends up picking up a little bit of that. You will see that there are things that you will think are big goth. It has to do with Spain, with Barcelona, it's a reminiscent. There's a lot to do with Italy, with Greece, so there's a bit of this mix of places in the world and all the nationalities. So you can see a lot of things there if you really want to. You can explore the city, see the different architecture, and really have a good time in your trip. A tip, guys, behind the square, sometimes it's a bit hidden, people don't notice. That's a very nice place for you to visit, the Mill Valley. There are some ruins from centuries ago that have already been covered over with vegetation right on top of them, but you can get a beautiful view. It's a really nice place to take a photo. It gives you a view of the city. It's really cool. Try to explore there. And leaving the square, you walk to the Cathedral. You will see that practically every city in Italy has a Duomo Cathedral, which is super famous. It's the city's main cathedral, and it's nice that on the way you pass two slide medieval castles, which you can also take pictures of. You can see them, they're really nice. And then this cathedral is very cool because it has some special things. There was a clock there that they think is made of China, which is painted with enamel. It's something that's highly prized in Italy, even by artists. So there's this clock that's very famous. You will see lots of people taking pictures of the clock, so it's because of that. And it also has a 3-level dome. It has several columns. It's a very nice church. The architecture is a bit different. It's worth visiting from the outside and inside too. And a beautiful place worth visiting, guys, is the Villa Comunale. The Villa Comunale is at the top of Sorrento. It has a beautiful view of the city. It's the most beautiful view, so try to go at sunset. If you can see the sunset there, it's very beautiful. Or just walk around, have some coffee. It's a very nice place and you can enjoy it there. In the Villa Comunale, you'll find two churches that are also very famous. These are the Church of San Francesco and the Cloister. So you can visit these two very important sites in the city, and that's it for the tours, guys, which I think are the main ones. Let's talk briefly about the incredible walks outside the city, shall we? The city of Sorrento is just a few hours from Naples, so what do I recommend? If you're not going to stop in Naples and stay there before going to Sorrento, take a trip to Naples. There are some very nice excursions. There's an excursion here that we did. I even separated the name. It's an excursion through Naples and Pompeii. Pompeii has Vesuvius, which is that volcano that erupted centuries ago and devastated the city, killed thousands of people, and then they excavated the city, recovered it, so it's an original city. You will see the buildings really as they were. There's been no renovation, nothing. It's a very nice historical tour and it's worth doing. They pick you up from your hotel in Sorrento and take you to Naples, so you get to know the Naples quickly. You eat the best pizza in Italy, which is there in Naples. You go to Pompeii, visit the city, the museums, the architecture, which is really cool, and then you return to Sorrento. That's a very nice tour. The tours, guys, we bought them on a very nice website. I'll even leave, as always, the link for you here so you can check it out, look at the options, look at the prices, do some research. It's a website that's the first or second largest seller of tickets and tours in Europe. They're very big. For years and years now, whenever we go to Europe, we buy everything with them. It's a great experience. They're always good companies, good cars, good boats. All the tours have been great. We only buy there. It's one of the best places. I'll leave you the link. Take a look. In every city, you open it. Any city you type in there. I'm staying in Naples, in Rome. It will open a list with more than 20, 30 tours and excursions for you to do. It will even help you choose which are the best sellers, which one I can't miss. There's everything there. It's a very nice website, guys. Search for it. And there's another tour that we did that I think you should do too. It leaves from Sorrento, guys, which is the island of Capri. A boat will pick you up at the Sorrento, the marina, right, the port. It will take you to the island of Capri. It's, I think, less than an hour. I think it's 45 minutes. You will go around the island. The view is incredible, guys. The boat will stop there with a guide who will explain everything to you, show you the things. He will let you get off. You will explore the town. You will have a few hours free. You go to the top of Capri, have lunch there, and then get off. Take the tour of the Blue Grotto, which is one of the most beautiful places in the world. So it's a full day, guys. Very nice tour on the island of Capri by boat. It's much more comfortable than the ferry. There are ferries if you want to go to the island of Capri, to Positano, from Sorrento. You can also go by ferry. I'll give you the website where we buy our ferry tickets, but the ferry is just transportation, right? The big ship to transport you. When you get there, you're on your own. You get off at the port, then you have to do all the tours alone. This tour that you buy on this website, which is more touristy, guided tour, I think it's a very nice experience, very cool. If you can afford it, take a look, compare the prices, it's worth doing. In addition, do these two tours, guys. There's the third one that I think is really cool, which is the Amalfi Coast tour. It's a day trip that takes you to Positano and Amalfi, two beautiful towns on the coast with beautiful beaches, and Ravello, which is another town that doesn't have a beach, but it's at the top of the hill near Amalfi. And these are the three main tours that make up the famous Amalfi Coast. So if you stay in Sorrento, you have all these sightseeing possibilities, which it's a bit difficult to put together in itinerary. There is a lot of things you can do starting from Sorrento, right? You have all these possibilities. You can take the ferries, you can go with an agency, but I really hope I've helped you more or less to define and know which tours to do according to the preference, guys, because in the end it's all up to each people's taste. And down here, guys, in the description, in addition to the links I told you about, I'm going to leave all the links we use to organize our trips. The places we've discovered over the years have the best prices and the best services. If you use it there, it's a guide. I've left everything. There is travel insurance, which is mandatory for Europe, don't forget. It's a comparator, guys, an incredible website that compares the price with all the insurance companies and finds it for half the price you will find in travel agencies themselves, so it's cheaper. The car rental buyer, the website to buy train tickets, ferry tickets, the tours, the global account so that you can take money much more cheaply and save a lot on euros. There's everything below, everything. Look and you will certainly be able to plan your entire trip much more easily and with much better services. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot. And don't forget to watch the other videos, which are very good. I'll leave you with the one on how to travel cheaply to Italy, which is very good. It teaches you how to plan your entire trip at the lowest possible price, and the playlist with all the other videos of Italy for you to watch. So thank you very much, guys, and have a nice trip.